Hey folks, Moses Woodson here at my High Desert Homestead. Got all the chores done, trimmed a horse. Old Spurs, his feet were getting pretty long. He hadn't been trimmed all winter. What I did the other night, and I haven't got to the raspberries yet, but I did this for the willow. So what I did, I took the small cage off of the willow, and we got some chicken wire, which I'm not very fond of, but it works. And I made the well a little bit deeper, and then I filled it with some hay, some old hay scraped up from the little old hay area there. I mixed some of the dirt from under the trees. It's got a lot of organic matter in it, like I've said before, and that's what I put in the well. So then when we water it, it kind of holds it in the ground. It doesn't evaporate as much, kind of holds it underneath there. I've got to get all my material together. Gonna go down the lower bottom and get the raspberry bushes surrounded by chicken wire so that the rabbits and stuff don't eat the shoots when they come up. Before I go down and put the hoops around our raspberries, I've got to go in here. I got to go through that trim that we got the other day, and I'm gonna start putting the trim in there so we can get our bed set up in the camper. I've got to cut it and then put it out here on some stands and paint it, and then we'll finish nail it down. So here's our trim that we got for free. I'm gonna go through it, try to find enough quarter round to trim out that bedroom and see if we can't get everything squared away, painted, and installed today. $89 7/8, I think. So now I got the trim around this side. I want to go to this side, but I'm going to have to put my door trim on. And like I've said before, I'm not sure what they were doing, but it didn't make much sense. Some kind of piping they had under there, and go rip down because I'm only 2 1/4 wide. So I'm gonna rip all my trim down to 2 1/4 wide, put it on, and I can continue my quarter round around the bottom. That's the thing about doing trim. It's not a task unto itself. In order to get one piece of trim in, you got to do another piece of trim, which leads to another piece of trim. So hopefully I can get this room done today, and then get down there and get those hoops on those raspberries. But it's running into a little bit of work. Okay, I'm getting the trim nailed on the wall here. Get it on there. 60 56.5. I've got my two sides on. I can measure my top. I got my door trimmed out. It's not the prettiest job. It needs to be sanded a little bit and painted. That's going to give me a place to measure to get my other piece of quarter round. So from there to there, I can now get that length. Because I have to take all these pieces back out of here and paint them, I'm trying to lay them in place and make sure they're fairly good and tight. And I'll have a little piece here, a little piece here, and one more piece of quarter round here and around the corner. Door's not too bad looking, a little bit of conch. The doorway wasn't square, and then the lumber I'm working with is not the best. The stuff we get today is just not that great. But once it's painted up, conked in place, I believe it'll look okay. Okay folks, I got all the trim cut for in here to this room. I'll have to go on down the hallway later. Miss Polly is going to paint it all, and then I will install it. Once it's installed, dried and installed, then we can bring the bed in here. Our other bed's comfortable down there, but we've only got about 12 inches of space between the mattress and the ceiling. You know, if you get startled in the middle of the night by sound out here, you raise up, you hit your head, you bump your knee, you turn over, you hit your elbow. And here we're going to have a little bit more space, and that's what it's all about. Folks, we got the trim down. Now it's time to put the bed in here. I gotta sweep the floor first, put up the tools. To do one little bitty old job, I had to tear out a whole truckload of tools, and now that I'm done with it, I gotta put them all back. And it's just the way of it. Now I've got to go see if I can't stuff all these sardines back in the can. Well, we got the box spring in here. This will show you how big this room is. I guess it's going to have to go against the wall, huh? Wow, already skinned up some paint. There just ain't a whole lot of room in here.
Yeah.
Now we got a mattress in a box. We got to take it out and free the beast. If you've never bought a bed in a box, it's fun. Shrink wrap. Now, time to release the beast.
Yeah. Put orange.
Something, I don't know. Wow. I about went for a ride. You like it, Mama?
It's not as firm as our other bed. No.
Kind of sink in it, don't you?
Yeah. That's all they had.
That's what they had. That's what we got. All right, folks. We got the bed in here. Yay!
Yay!
Little bit by little bit. We have been enjoying our couch. I've been editing right here on a table. We have our TV set up. We can watch some movies. We've been going to the local library. They actually have series, TV series. Some of them we watch, some of them we haven't. But, you know, every night you watch an episode or two. What they give us, like 12 days? 12 days to watch the movies, so you can get through a season in those 12 days. The wind is ripping out there, and all the boxes that we just undone just went flying by the camper at 100 miles an hour. So I've got to go chase those down. Alrighty, we are down here in the orchard, coming down to the end of the day, and we are going to put some hoops around these raspberry sprigs. We seen some evidence of rabbits. I don't think they got to anything yet. The ground got really hard, so they may be having trouble bursting out of the ground. We'll try and loosen that up with a little bit of water and kind of massage it around before we put the mulch on there. So let's get started. We've got a winter storm, I think, spring storm coming in. So one of the things this mulch does, it helps keep the water from evaporating, and it holds it in to your plant. Okay, folks, one down, we got one to go. This storm is pushing right on over top of us here. We may get some rain out of it, we may not. But this is going to keep the cows, the squirrels can still jump in here, the mice can still go, but it'll keep the jackrabbits out, won't it, Mama? Yeah. So we got one more to do, and then we're going to get out of this wind. You never know what it's going to do in Arizona. We had a good sunshiny day. Now a storm has blowed in from the west, and it's cool, ain't it? Lot cooler than it was earlier today. All right, folks, that's going to wrap it up for us. I got a horse trim today. I got the trim put in the camper. We got the bed in there, getting one step closer to being in there. We got our raspberry bushes surrounded, protected, we hope. And this storm has really cooled things off. It's really nice out here right now. And as always, pray hard,
Stay strong.
ride on.